Well done, Genna. Morning everybody, just down here at the lease block checking these single ewes that are lambing, and yeah, no, don't see any new lambs here today. So have another quick wander around the paddock and make sure there's nothing here. But yeah, so today's video is we're just going to do our rounds this morning, and then we're going to have a run through the lamb rearing shed. Got a bit of work to do setting up the next pen and the dealer valve feeder there, so we'll show you what we've got going on there and the process is kind of that we've come up with that. So yeah, I think we're all pretty good here, so we'll come back with you when we go around the twins. Just while we're wandering back to the ute, thanks everyone who commented on the last video about their thoughts on what regen ag is. So yeah, really interesting to see everyone's take on it and what the difference is. But I suppose the big thing that I took away from all those comments was, and I posted on Facebook as well and Instagram, so it was, if you haven't degenerated, you can't regenerate. So yeah, that's my feeling on a lot of the hill country sheep and beef farms that we've got in New Zealand here. Is you know, they haven't been extensively cropped. They've been in grass and just in grass for probably 100 years. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, if you haven't already, just click that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and you'll just get a notification if you hit that notification bell every time I upload a video. So make sure you don't miss out anything that's happening here. So just in here with these twins, one mob twins. Yeah, anything we're looking for at the moment, just driving around doing a lambing beat, is cast ewes. That's probably one of the main things at the moment. And hopefully we can just tip them up and get them on their feet, and then they'll be alright. Anything that's having trouble lambing, so anything that looks a bit uncomfortable, it's on her side in a funny position, yeah, we'll go and give her a hand. There's one cast ewe over here that was cast yesterday, she was a bit sulky, so I never picked her up, but I want to see if she's alive. We'll go and pick her up now. Yeah, just making sure everything's pretty well right. So looking for mismothered lambs that are in the wrong paddock and can't get back, and just little things like that. So it's better just to take half an hour to an hour out of your day, make sure everything's tickety-boo down here. So yeah, and we've been really lucky this last couple of weeks with all the weather we've had. Yeah, the snow and the rain and the cold and everything else, but no issues down here so far, which is great. So we'll carry on and go on to this next paddock. So these ewes are incredibly quiet. We fed them grain last year while they were lambing, so they're very well used to the truck, that's the ute, and then yeah, we've been driving around here for a wee bit, so which is great. They're used to it, and it means that there's no drama. They don't all run away and try and mismother the lambs, or yeah. So it's good that they're trained like that. So this is our girl that was cast here the other day, yesterday. Well, she's been cast twice now. So we'll try and I'll get this set up. So we'll try and get her on her feet. I might actually try and load her in the truck, take her home, where I can keep a bit of a closer eye on her. But pretty heavy. I don't know how I'm going to get her up here on my own. Right. 1, 2, 3. All right. Sit you there. Here you go, get comfortable. And you can come home with me. So we find doing a lambing beat really good to have a good pair of binos. So Vortex optics, these are the 10 by 42s. Also got a pair of 10 by 50s at home there on the side by side. but these are awesome, lifetime warranty on them. So I've actually run some over the ones before this, ran them over with the side by side, well Genna did, we'll blame her. And then yeah, so they lifetime warranty, so they replaced them free of charge. Yeah, so highly recommend them. Bloody good pair of binos. So pretty impressed with these terminal lambs. They're got a fair bit of get up and go. They're not huge when they come out, but man, they hit the ground running. Hey mum. So it's pretty cool to see lambs parked up just along the fence line here, ewes happily grazing, bit of feed in front of them, ewes in good condition. Yeah, quite a bit of a change considering what it was like this time last year. So I'll link a video up top about, yeah, one of the videos about this time last year when we had no feed and we were out here feeding grain. Yeah, pretty tough, challenging season. So it's nice to have one that's it's a bit more normal, or a bit kinder. So I think everyone's pretty good down here. There's one girl just here who's just starting to lamb, but at the moment she's alert and she doesn't have any issues, so we'll leave her to it. And yeah, we'll head home, try and sort this one out that we picked up and carry on with our other jobs. Hello. Right, so what we're going to do with this girl is we've got a good grass paddock here, heaps of tucker, so it's the cattle, the yearling heifer runoff paddock that they haven't grazed yet, so we're just going to dump her in here, and even if she sits down she'll be able to get a good feed, and then yeah, we'll come back and check her, might even give her an injection, but I'll get her out of here first. So there we go, exactly what that, having a munch, just sitting there. And the thing we can give her is just a bit of a pick-me-up, glucophos, yeah, milk fever, ketosis. So it's just a, what has it got in it? Calcium, magnesium, and dextrose. So it's like an energy hit for her, but we'll see if just giving her a graze on here helps, and if that doesn't, we'll come and chuck some of this in her. So what we've got to do here is set up this feeder in this pen. So we've got our heat wave in the pen over there. So we're just going to set up, yeah, this one in here. So we've got to make a frame to hold the board for the teats. Got another pallet to lay down here. So yeah, just try to figure it all out and suss out the best way of doing all this. So yeah, I'll come back to you when I've got a plan in my head. So what I've got to do is build a frame that goes around this board, the separator board, that sits up on this pallet here, and yeah, has the ability to lift the board up as the lambs get bigger. So got some 6x2 there. I'm just going to try and make the frame out of that. So we've got our wee frame made. All I've got to do now is put these spacers and slides, go on each side, so the separator board here can lift up and down when you need it to. Right, so there's the guts of our frame done. Got our board there. It's the back of the board. That's where the teats go. And then all you do is run a line from teats through to there. So we'll set them up now, show you how that works. So using these black teats, which are the normal milk teats, so we'll leave the yellow colostrum ones off. That's all they do, is you push them in from the back. There you go, all set there. And then these are our feed tubes, so they want to be as short as possible, really. So we'll throw them in here. So that's it set up at the back there. And then what we'll do is we'll move the machine forward to about here probably. So these are as short as possible because these are where your milk gets cold. Hot milk's in here. Yeah. So you want as least amount of area between the hot milk and where the lambs drink for it to get cold. So this is where we are at the moment. Got our sideboards on, got it plumbed up to water. Just got a hose running around to the corner over there. Yeah, front's in, this side's in. So we're all looking pretty good. These ones are all huddled under the heat lamp. So all I've got to do is, yeah, find an extension cord to run some power across the multi-box over there. But yeah, just got to shoot up the top of the farm and shut some gates. You check the ewes up on the hill. Chuck a salt block out there, keep them happy. So I came up here to make open a gate, let these ones through with the other cows, but these aren't even mine. There's some steers in here, there's some heifers, different earmark. So I'm guessing the neighbours from over there will have to try and chase them back. You come through here in the snow, girls, boys. Alright, I don't have the dogs with me, but we'll see if we can get these buggers around through the gate. No. No. Okay. We have to come back up here with the drone or the dogs or something. I'm not going to be able to get them on foot without breaking my leg in the snow. So Genna's mixing some milk. We've just started, well, Genna has just started milking 3 of the ewes through just a portable temporary milking platform they've got down the road. And this is stuff here. So we're just incorporating that into milk powder milk, just to use it up at this stage. And then what will happen is, so at the moment, all the mixed up milk powder is going through the heat wave. So it goes into this bucket here. It's sucked out of here through the heat wave. 1 teat in the Luna's pen, just there, with a curly little milking sheet, and 3 teats on here in this main pen. So it's the system as it sits now, and then once we get enough milk to run the heat wave just on sheep's milk, so sheep's milk from actual ewes. All these lambs that have been reared so far on milk powder will go into that pen, and they'll go on the De La Val auto feeder over there. So they will continue their life on milk powder.
The reason being that the De La Val is milk powder.
Yeah, so the reason being we just don't want to transition them onto normal sheep's milk, just because the potential for upset stomachs and bloat and other issues. So we'll just stick with that, and then anything that comes through, once we've got about 50 lambs in here, they will all start getting reared on actual sheep's milk. Remember it all. Actual sheep's milk through the heat wave. So heat wave's going really well. Ironed out a few kinks. Yeah, so we'll get Genna to run you through a bit of stuff. Thoughts, Genna? Do you want me to take that bucket?
No, I got it. Okay. Thank you.
So, thoughts, Genna?
Oh, it's awesome. I absolutely love it. I think a huge part of it is the learning. So before we even started, we absolutely racked the brains of the people. Listen to that bulb. For the people around us who have done this before, and got a lot of good advice, and pretty much every single one of them said your system will be different, but this is what we found. And there's just so many things, you know. It's like a cross between what we've definitely got advice from dairy farmers raising their calves, so a cross between the stuff that they do and what a commercial milking place, so the ones up north, do, and what your budget allows, and what kind of sheep you're raising as well. Look at these guys.
Oh, definitely. Definitely what kind of sheep we're raising. So
look at them.
For an example, oh gosh. So this one, oh crikey. The couple in the back there with jackets on, those two are terminals.
They've all got jackets on.
Yeah, so those two are terminals. These are little jackets Millie's made, actually. They're pretty awesome.
Don't call them terminals.
Well, they're from a blackface ram and a maternal ewe. So that one's a Romney. We got given, there's a whole set of triplets in here, so they're Romneys, but they're doing really well. That one in the back, call him Bluey. He is a milking ram lamb, long and lanky and quite fine boned, you would say. This one.
Is he though? Look at him.
Yeah, look at him.
He's got a huge frame.
With big balls, yeah.
He's got very big balls.
And then
we probably need to deal with.
Yeah, they're so funny. So couple of twins over there that's just hanging out on their own. Oh, Twiggy, one of the first lambs we put in here, that one by the hay bale, she's just stonking along. And then over here we've got all the little,
you can explain it, sure.
The young ones. Yeah, I'll explain it.
They're my babies.
Yeah, these are Genna's babies, but look,
What have they done to my wool? That's why we need a box.
Yeah, this is why we need a box. The wool in the boxes, so we normally have a wooden box here, but it got a bit manky, so we pulled it out and washed it last night. But the wool in the box is just amazing. Like, it holds the heat, it soaks up moisture, no risk of, if those bulbs drop off and drop into the wool, not going to catch fire. Yeah, so it's a risk. It is a risk. So
even if it's just heating up.
Yeah. So these are the, what was the... Well done, Genna. I offered it.
No, I am an independent woman. Far out. I might just swear, so you have to take that out.
What would the oldest be in the little learner's pen here?
Well, that's a nice wee segue into my notes, isn't it?
Yep.
I can tell you.
After you clean yourself up.
No, it's been a long day. Get a bit of yogurt off there. Alright, so the first lamb that came in was on the 5th of August.
Oh, so that was Twiggy.
And then Bluey the next day.
Yep.
But then a whole bunch came in on the 6th of August. So you do maths on that.
No, I meant the oldest lamb in this pen currently. The learner's pen.
I can also tell you that. The 12th of the 8th.
So today is the 15th.
Yeah, so the oldest one here is
3 days.
Oh, hang on. weren't necessarily born then.
3 days. They've been in here for 3 days. So a lot of these need to be thrown over.
Yes,
to
that's
that
my
pen.
next job.
So we'll go through. It's part of the record keeping that we've identified from a few people. You know, the better records you keep, the better information, and funny that the better, you know.
Whose wonderful idea is this though?
The better. What am I trying to say?
That I'm better than?
The better record keeping, the more information you have, and the more decisions you can make, and you can follow that right the way through. And a lot of that is learning and antibiotics.
Oh, you just need, well, it's the same as on the farm. You need a vigilant record of anything that's had antibiotics.
Yeah. So a lot of our markets require. We get premiums if they have never had antibiotics,
Which
so it's
is
called antibiotic free.
What, 99% of our...
Most of our animals are antibiotic free, and then a few of these lambs that have had antibiotics will get, we've got it all recorded here, and they'll get a red tag or a mark on them, or we'll just blanket say that any of these milking lambs or ones we've reared in the shed are not antibiotic free.
But to be fair, just to clarify to people who might be viewing overseas, that antibiotics so far 0.5 of a ml of penicillin if they've come in with pneumonia.
Pneumonia would be the biggest one.
I mean, we're not talking huge doses, and they're all well out of their withholding period, but that's the demand that they've decided
from the markets.
Yep. So all of that has to be recorded accurately, but the other thing is that you need to follow up. So if you've given one something, you need to follow it up, and your mind gets a bit blurry about who's who and what's what when they actually had it.
Some of them look very similar. And the other one was the powder for the conjunctivitis.
Yeah. So
I didn't think it was antibiotic. I didn't know that it was antibiotics, but Genna points out that it is.
I did.
It is antibiotics. So.
But it did an amazing job. So there's a condition that you can get, and that eyelids turn in, and that can sometimes then lead to conjunctivitis, which spreads really easy in this kind of environment. So I got onto that and treated it and kept things separate, blah blah blah. But the
pile, the lamb pile up over here under the light.
Yeah.
So how many lambs have we got in here now? 30.
Unless
30. And then we were initially aiming for about 50 in each bay. So this bay, which is just over 6 metres long by 4 metres wide. So 50 in each of these.
You might want to move your cord.
Yes, I will.
Chewing on it.
I will move the cord before they chew through it. So at the moment we're just waiting on these lambs to have a feed so we can clean this bucket out, and then we'll run a wash through the system. The tubes. So
been getting yogurt
through all these. Yeah, one thing with this heat wave is because they're not drinking during the night, the milk that's in the coil, so if you haven't seen inside a heat wave, in here, as you can see, hopefully you can see. No. So as you can see in there, here's my phone light, those are the coils, so the milk comes out of the bucket into here through those coils, and in the bottom there's an element, so that's just warm water at about 40 degrees or 50 degrees or something like that, and then the milk gets drawn through those coils up into the tubes and then into the teats. So when that milk sits there for nighttime, because the lambs aren't drinking it and pulling it through, it's actually turning it into yogurt. So
that's not offensive though.
No, it's just like, it's just your Greek yogurt, your natural yogurt. So it's not bad, and it's not bad for the lambs either, but
and actually
it does just clog the tubes.
Yeah.
So
we're just cleaning these tubes through.
Yep. So we're just disconnecting the hoses from the back of the teats.
I've blocked it off on the other side of the board. And they're a bit curious about that.
And then we're just going to do this one here.
Yeah, this one's still hooked up.
Yeah.
My learners, not really exactly feeble little things. You need to be over the fence.
So right, do that, put that in the solution. And then just squeeze this through.
Go through there, and into there.
So just do this until the
Tubes.
clean water comes through, or the water comes through, and then we'll flush it with fresh water.
Yeah. Time to eat your bed. Oh yeah. Hey. They've got milk all over their faces because you're just learning, aren't you?
So then all we do, connect these back onto here. Oh.
Should tell you, if you look up the row, it'll tell you which ones are the oldest from this pen.
64.
Alright, 64, where are you?
A milking sheep male. So just trying to work out which lambs to throw over, which lambs have been in there the longest.
What, throw over?
Nah,
Oh, you look good.
put into the next pen.
It's Benjamin Button, he's 64.
Oh, there you go.
He is not ready.
He is ready.
He's not ready to go over.
Why not?
Because look at him, he's so, like, little.
Gina, I think you need to cut the apron strings.
But just, how will he survive in there?
Well, look, there's plenty of room for feeding at the moment.
It's not about that, it's about...
Look how supportive they are. They're all huddled together.
Yeah, you watch what happens when I put a little new one in there.
Look, all the little jackets are in one pile.
Yeah, because they've been rejected by the non-jackets.
No.
Sneetches on beaches.
Come on, throw them over.
No, I'm not ready for that. Next one. I feel bad about these milky faces because no one's there to clean them.
So this is Gina training.
Oh,
New one that
God.
came in today
Don't tell me when you're going
to go on a
do
date.
anything. Okay, take 2. Because I do not want to look like that person. Hey? You're crying. Now put it up your nose. Good boy. Good boy. Here we go.
We find once you do it once or twice, they pretty well get onto it pretty quick.
It depends. It depends what they come in for.
Yeah.
And how long they've been not feeding.
Off mum. Yeah.
And it's not always what you think. Like sometimes if they've been used to feeding off their mum, they don't like this one.
Yeah.
But then, yeah.
Definitely if they come in healthy, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
You know?
Which is the next stage is bringing in healthy lambs. So ones that in a dairy system can't be used, and we raise those. But that's different again.
Cool. So he'll go over in the next few days once he gets used to feeding. But all these little critters, just like this, just jump up on the board and start feeding again. And you just can't leave me alone, can you? Hey? You want lots of company. You're just very friendly. Yeah.
And what happens when you walk away, Alistair?
Boy, it just follows me.
There are 30 lambs in this shed, and that one chose you.
Hello. My mate. Good job. You're my mate. Oh, you're my mate too. Right. Before it goes dead. Running. So before I forget, big shout out to Aaron Nesbitt from Shed Specialists. So we got tickets for the rugby on Saturday night. It's just through him. So took Millie along and then a friend and his boys. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, Millie's first rugby game that she went to. So it was a good night. And yeah, so thanks very much for that. So Aaron helped us with the wool shed roof. I'll link that video up here too, where he comes along. So helped us fix that after the September winds last year. So no, much appreciated, thank you.
You sleepy? You sleepy?
You can waste a fair bit of time. Is it wasted? No,
Is it
you
wasted?
can spend a fair bit of time in here.
Look at your gumboot.
Yeah, mate, my mate's back down here again. It's pretty cool, especially this time of day. What is it, about 4:30, nearly 5 o'clock?
More like 5:30.
5:30. So it's,
See? Time just flies.
yeah, time flies. So it's playtime now. So.
They have their wee routine. I think that one might be grown out of his jacket.
Oh, yep. That jacket's a wee bit small.
We can probably take that one
You
off.
probably take that one off, yeah. So, right, we'll leave the video there. Any questions you guys have got, just chuck them in the comments. And if you're doing a lamb rearing system indoors, let us know what you've learnt. Let us know what you've picked up on, something that we can do better. We're always keen to learn and keen to improve. We don't know what we don't know. So, yeah.
We do have a few things that we do know. We can't do everything perfect.
To improve on, you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Or like
Always
people might
room.
say, where's the muesli? And it's in the corner there.
Always room for improvement. Oh, right, I haven't shown you the muesli, have I? So I got this guttering the other day. Yeah, so just a piece of 1.5 metre long guttering. And just got our muesli in there.
So that was an idea of one of the commercial sheep rearing.
It might need lifting up a wee bit. It's probably a little bit too low, but and then I've also got a little trough over here. I put some muesli in just to get them onto it because this is where they play. So
As long as they don't poo in it.
yeah, just trying to get them to stop pooing in it, well, not to poo in it. So right, oh, we've got water in the corner over there. So if you're asking about water, that's what that bucket is over there. They're just looking at it and curious at the moment. They haven't really started drinking it. So
Putting their noses in.
right, now we'll end this, and we shall catch you in the next one. See ya. Bye.
Bye.